let us play a game. And I'm not talking about one of those games from like Saw or anything. I'm not going to ask you to, see your friend all trapped up and peel their eye away to get a key that provides you with your freedom. I mean, I don't know that's how it works. I've never seen those movies, but I just want to iterate, we ain't going to be playing one of those games. And if you predicted this video to go off on a tangent this quickly, well done. You just won $1,000 minus $1,000. The game I do want you to play is to cast your minds back to May 2016 and remember how you felt when you did learn that Cody Rhodes was going to walk away from the WWE, because I remember there was quite a large contingent who said Cody Rhodes will never make it on the indie scene. He's too much of a WWE guy. What on earth is he doing? So not only has Mr. Rhodes proved all of those people wrong, not only has he become one of the most important members of that scene, but really at this juncture, he is one of the WWE's biggest mistakes. Why? Ha ha! Here is why. Naturally, this all ties into AEW, and that is where we shall all begin. Now, I imagine a few of you, or maybe a lot of you, are too young to remember this, but you've heard, you all know the stories. There was once a company known as WCW, and when they were shooting power bullets from their guns, instead of, putting on matches such as Judy Bagwell on a pole, they presented some damn good competition for the then WWF, and it made every wrestling fan's lives a lot better. The fight for the audience and the fight for the ratings meant that both companies had to keep being creative and try and outdo one another, and it just made for great television. Regardless whether you were a WWF fan or you were a WCW fan, you still flicked and changed the channel, even though you felt a little bit guilty, depending on where your allegiances lied. Some segments just had to be seen regardless. You would have been stupid to miss it. Even though you did prefer Stone Cold to Goldberg, you still wanted to see what old Billy Boy was going to do. Now, I'm not saying that All Elite Wrestling is going to pose that big a threat. We don't know enough at the moment. We need to see what kind of DV deal they're going to get and what their roster looks like. But I do think that for the first time in around about 20 years, we have the start of some competition that could bring all of this at least back to fruition. Like have it there on the surface just bubbling away before hopefully it actually explodes into my face. And I want that to be true to such a degree I would pick that over getting my hair back. Admittedly, that is a very weird scenario where some genie has just popped up and said, Simon, do you want your hair back or do you want AEW to become the new WCW? But it's my world. I have created this and yeah, I'm picking All Elite Wrestling to be a big success and I'll remain a bald idiot. It would just be so much fun, and if nothing else, it's exactly right now here in 2019 what the industry needs. It goes even further than this when we do start focusing on the wrestlers themselves. Take a quick step back and remind yourself that yeah, wrestling is a business and ventures such as this just mean there are more financial rewards if you do classify yourself as a pro wrestler. Also, companies will start fighting over you because of course they will. The rumor right now, at least according to the Wrestling Observer, is that there is a free agent, or at least they're going to be a free agent, in around about March, April, who got such a big NXT offer, nobody could believe it because it blew the average out the water. And you want to know why that's the case? Because of everything I just said. If that isn't a sign of changing times, I don't know what is. WWE just a little bit is scared of others making a good living outside of their walls, so they're trying to stop that, which is a lot like engage your brain, think about it. That's right, World Championship Wrestling when they were around. While there are other people involved, of course, specifically the Young Bucks, you gotta say to yourself, if around about 3 years ago Cody Rhodes hadn't bettered himself and walked away from Vince McMahon's organization, we probably wouldn't be where we are right now. He was sick of being Stardust, believed that he deserved more and that he should be a main event guy. And when he was told, sorry Cody, you're not gonna get it, he was like, okay, fine, there's the door, I'm gonna use it and I promise you're gonna regret this day until you die. Didn't say the last bit, I added that because it just makes it sound a bit more dominating and scary. It's not just that though, because he took that initial idea and he's blown it out of the water, because not only is he going to be smashing fools in front of the camera, but behind it, he's pretty much going to be running things too. It's like his dad, you could say, and that is not only quite inspiring, It makes me feel all nice, warm and fuzzy inside too. So yeah, WWE surely has to look at their handling of one Cody Rhodes and see it as a mistake. And that kind of is a double-edged sword, because maybe Cody wouldn't have become the Cody we know now if he hadn't been treated the way he was. I'm not saying he was treated badly, but he wanted more, and again, was told, well, you're not getting it. It's much like Stone Cold Steve Austin. When you hear about how he got let go from WCW, you go, that doesn't sound like a very nice thing to do, but maybe if we didn't have this catalyst, the rattlesnake would never have been born. You just don't know. History and hindsight have a funny way of affecting and changing the future. But that's all ifs and buts now, and it's the facts that we should focus on, and that simply is Cody Rhodes is part of a company who wants to take a big piece out of the WWE pie, and the WWE is where Cody Rhodes used to be. Like a story, this lovely little narrative. It could be a book. And what must Vince McMahon be thinking and feeling now? Especially when you remember there are more murmurings out there that Cody even went to both he and Triple H and said, look, this is not what I want. Let me even propose another idea. If you do love the Stardust character so much, I can portray him on Raw, but on SmackDown, let me do something else. Let me do something different. Let me be me. No wonder he was miffed when he said no. He even brought more concepts to the table and was still denied. What else was the man meant to do? It's like knowing that you deserve a promotion, knowing that you'd be good at it if you got the chance, but that opportunity never shows itself. So what do? You just start bashing your head into a brick wall, you start to bleed and realize that didn't help anybody. And now you got to go to hospital and get your head bandaged up. It's a classic fairy tale. The likes of New Japan and Ring of Honor all figure into this mix as well, even though, again, we don't know how they're going to play with All Elite Wrestling as I'm saying these words. Maybe there will be a relationship, and maybe there won't. Maybe it becomes a big war between 4 different companies. I don't know. It's not out there yet. But as a trifecta of promotions, they're absolutely gathering steam. New Japan want to continue their expansion in 2019 and try and dominate both the United States and Europe. And Ring of Honor are going to have a sold-out show at Madison Square Garden. And don't forget that. That is huge. They're also signing up indie workers like there's no tomorrow. They even got Bandino, and make no mistake about it, everybody wanted Bandino. WWE, New Japan, they all wanted him. Ring of Honor got him. Throw all of these guys into the pot as well, and the indie scene as we know it isn't really much of an indie scene anymore, because these companies are just that. They're companies signing up talent and saying, hey man, come work over here. We'd rather you didn't go anywhere else. And there are exceptions to that rule. For example, Bandino, he's still going to get to work Mexico, but otherwise, you're dedicating yourself to a cause. That was not the same a few years ago, and the biggest shot yet came on the 1st of January 2019 when Cody Rhodes, the Khans, the Young Bucks, Hangman Page, and everybody else went, yep, it's a real thing, and we're going to give this a shot. And sure, yeah, it could all crash and burn, and there's always going to be naysayers out there saying that it will, but let's take the only piece of refutable evidence that we do have, which is All In. And by the way, that event was the reason we got to where we did. A load of executives and producers and TV guys went, hey, that looks pretty good. We'd like to get involved. Kaboom, AEW becomes a thing. And once again, Cody Rhodes is at the heart of all of that. Somebody that, yes, used to be a former member of the WWE roster. And don't forget either, he wasn't just chilling in NXT, he was part of Raw, he was part of SmackDown, he'd been on WrestleManias, he'd been a champion. He was pushing for more, all he needed was that chance, he never got it, and now he is the WWE's rival. I don't think anybody came up with that, or anybody predicted that when Cody was tweeting out a list of names of people he'd like to fight. And if you did, please get in touch with me. I'd like to go into business with you. You give me lottery numbers, I'll go bet on said lottery numbers, and we can share the winnings. Well, you get 10%, 15. Just to reiterate too, I am not saying that they are going to put WWE out of business, at least till 2024. Vince McMahon is about to make more money than he ever has done because of his new TV deals. When we get to that point, if All Elite Wrestling is a massive success, then who knows? Look how much has already changed in the space of a week. 7 days ago, All Elite Wrestling didn't exist, and now it does. So in the mid-2020s, whatever you want to call it, maybe we're all gorillas and alligators and sheep trying to work out what happened to pro wrestling. You just don't know. Ask yourself this question to finish the video. Don't you want it to succeed? Don't you like the Young Bucks and Cody Rhodes and everybody else involved enough that you'll support it and you'll tune in and you'll keep everything crossed till it does blow up? I know I will. The good times are back. Why don't we even rope in Eric Bischoff? It was a joke, and yes, it was a TNA joke. I shouldn't have made it. I'm only joking. And look, all the respect in the world to Eric Bischoff. We wouldn't have many of the attributes in pro wrestling we do today if it wasn't for him. But obviously, Eric Bischoff should not come back to AEW. We need to look forward and we need to do new things. As a fan though, I just get to be excited and I get to see how this is all going to play out, and that's enough for me. Of course I want everyone to do well. I want everyone to have smiles etched upon their faces, and if they don't, well, I can shrug my shoulders and have all the respect in the world for a group of cats that tried to change the universe. If nothing else, I believe in them. I think they can do it, so here I am, putting my support behind All Elite Wrestling. And look, we're going to find out about Double or Nothing soon. Maybe they come out with some announcement or some info so big it blows your brain and you just can't help but back AEW to at least. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm here to. That's why I've said this video. I do think WWE must regret letting Cody Rhodes go out there, and now I think he's going to be even bigger than maybe even he believed he could be, but that's because he bet on himself. It's 2019. It's all about New Year's resolutions, so make sure you go out there and bet on yourself too. You can do it as well. I believe in you. I'll even make a why video if you do something in wrestling that, you know, becomes so big that I should make a why video about you. But I make a why video in your head. Can't say fairer than that. Now, don't forget to leave a comment below and let us know what you think about Cody Rhodes, WWE, AEW, if 2019 is going to be the year that the wrestling war returns. Like, share, and subscribe. Head on over to WhatCulture.com and read yourself some articles. Go and follow WhatCulture on Twitter at WhatCulture WWE. And look, you're here, you're on YouTube. Go and check out some more WhatCulture wrestling videos. My name is Simon from WhatCulture. Thank you very much for watching, and as you have got to the end of the video, let's put our hands like this in support once more for All Elite Wrestling. I want them to smash it. I want Ring of Honor to smash it. I want New Japan to smash it. I want WWE to smash it. I want Rev Pro to smash it. I want Progress to smash it. I want Defiant to smash it. I want everybody to smash it. So in 1 year's time, we can look at the world of pro wrestling, the state of the industry, and think, oh man, there's so many good companies, there's so many good storylines, there's so many good wrestlers. Aren't we lucky pups? Yes, we are. Ha ha! Bald! I'll see you soon.
Violent energy. Cleo with the elbow drop. The kamikaze candy. Wonder what a counter. And then maybe Star Wars. Once again, Defiant Wrestling is loaded.